we just had a recap. We recapped on the information that we take from the customer, like the qualifying questions. We talked about
Okay,
the
sir.
hot water system, the different types of products we have, that is air conditioning and water systems. We just talked about that, nothing much. Okay. And one
Okay, sir.
point was there that when we had discussed earlier, we had talked about the customer. If he is renting the property, he is not allowed by the owner. I mean, he's not authorized by the owner to have an upgrade, so he cannot do it. But in this case, we have found out here today in the morning that even the tenant can, have the upgrade done, but he will have to pay a little more higher amount.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And
Okay,
regarding
sir. Understood.
the last Sunday session, in that session, we just did what we were doing. We were just revising the information that we processed earlier.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Yep. You're into
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I have understood, sir.
Great. So, Mohammed and Harry, you both are back.
Yes.
Okay. Well, no response from Harry. Anyway, she'll be back. Okay, so Pooja, if you have any questions, if you think that you have missed out on something and you have any questions, always feel free to ask anyone in the room. You can ask me, you can ask anyone, like you just did. It's always good to clarify things, rather than just giving it within yourself or assuming things. And this goes for everyone, not just Pooja.
Listen, ma'am, here I just asked ma'am this one,
Mm-hmm.
this point of one, this point that Vanessa just told us. Listen, ma'am, even the tenant can make the upgrade of a hot water system done. Now, ma'am, a payment is required. How much is the payment more? Can you please say, ma'am?
Your voice is not very audible to me, so I am not able to get a
She's
question.
asking you if
Mm-hmm.
if the tenant has to make the upgrade, as mentioned, he has to pay a higher amount. She's
Mm-hmm.
trying to find like what is the exact amount that they're gonna have to pay.
Okay, well, there is no specific amount to answer to that question, Pooja, because again, we have to decide on what kind of system they have, also where it is located. So the pricing that have been mentioned to you, by Bonnie, again, that's the average price that we charge the customer. But considering that there there is no relocation required, just an easy swap, like a direct swapping, remove the old system, put in the new heat pump. So that's approximately how much it costs them. But if any relocation is needed, customer needs to pay extra. So when we talk about the pricing, we always tell them that approximately it's going to cost you this much amount to upgrade the system. So likewise for the tenants, since they will not be getting any rebate or discount, it depends on what kind of system they have. It highly depends on that, because if they have if it's electric, the replacement is happening with electric, old electric hot water system to an electric, because the heat pump is an electric. It runs on electricity, so it's an electrical appliance, sorry. So if their existing old hot water system is an electric hot water system, and he's a tenant, again, the price is a little lower comparing to those who have a gas system. So there is no specific amount, the quotation, the exact quotation or exact pricing will be provided to the customer when the assessor visits them. but it will usually it will cost them I don't think it will cost them less than $2,000 for those not just tenants. There are also some property owners who do not qualify for the solar rate rebate. No, so it's not just about the tenant specifically we are talking here, but any customers who are not qualified for the solar rate rebate, they will end up paying more than $2,000, not less than that. But again, um, I can't give you a specific number or figure. The customer, once we send the assessor and they do the assessment, they will do all the calculations and they will give them the quotation to the customer that this is how much you need to pay. This is how much it's going to cost you. All right. But here, Buja, again, since you asked the question, that's why, we're having this discussion. However, like I've mentioned before, on call with the customer, you will not be talking anything about the pricing. All right. So, um, since you wanted to know, so, like I said, we had this conversation, but in reality, when you start talking, calling the customer, um, you will not be telling them that this is how much it's going to cost you. The only thing you'll be telling the customer is after qualifying the customer, after confirming their details like their names, address, phone numbers, email, after doing all this, you will just have to tell the customer that um, this upgrade is not for free. They need to pay, they need to pay a nominal amount to get the upgrade done. Um, and for further discussion about the pricing and um, what's needed to be done, one of our backend support team will be calling you and to discuss with you in details. So that's how you will end the call. And then the customer information will be provided to the backend support team. From there, they will call up the customer. They will discuss in details about how much it's going to cost them, which system will be provided to the customer, and what are the information that customer have to know. All this, regarding the new system. So these things, in a little bit in detail, they will discuss with customer. They will, let the customer know about the pricing, and they will also ensure that the customer is aware of the price, customer is willing to pay to get the upgrade done. So after the this is confirmed with the customer about their willingness to make the payment or to pay for the upgrade, they will arrange the appointment with the assessor team, and the assessor will go in person. They will do the site inspection. They will check the space where to install the new system. They will, ensure that all the wirings, the pipings, everything is connected and everything. Whatever needs to be, installed. Sorry, whatever needs to be done, they will do the site inspection, and you know, explain the customer about their savings, how they they are going to save on their utility bills, um, or approximately how long it's gonna take for them to get the return for the investment that they're doing right now. Everything, like all this detailed discussion, the assessor will be doing with the customer again. And once customer understood everything and they agree, um, they will provide the customer with the quotation, the 10%, and also if customer decides that okay, I'll go ahead, then we will be sending the quotation along with the invoice, 10% invoice, and customer will make the payment, and after making the payment only the installation will take place. All right, after receiving the 10% payment. So that's how the entire process works. So your job, again, coming back to your role, to your responsibility, is that you make sure that the customer is qualified for the solar big rebate program. And it's always good to mention if you think that, okay, this customer is not qualified, you can tell the customer straight away. See, talking about the Australian culture before, one of the quality, one of the quality that possessed being an Aussie, being an Australian, is that they prefer if we are upfront with them, like if we are straightforward. If you're just running around the bush, not coming to the point, trying to play around, um dragging on the conversation, they don't like it. They will just tell you, well, I have to go, I have to rush somewhere, or I'm in the middle of doing something, I have to hang up the phone. They will make excuses, and they will hang up on you. So it's always good. They prefer to be straight to the point. You can definitely tell them that, well, it looks like unfortunately, since your property value, just taking an example, since your property values more than $3 million, unfortunately, you will not be qualified for this rebate program. However, if you still want to go ahead and upgrade your hot water system, we can still make that happen. We will go ahead and do the replacement. It's just that um you're not going to get the um, rebate, since, like I said, your property value is more than $3 million. So is that okay for you? Now, this you can directly tell the customer. If you find any customer not qualified for the solar big rebate, you can tell them honestly. I mean, you can tell them straightforward to the customer that because of this reason, unfortunately, you cannot claim the solar big rebate. However, if you are still, if you still want to get rid of your old system and get the new one, we will assist you on that. We will certainly do the replacement for you. However, it's gonna cost you a bit higher. And to provide you with the right quotation, we will arrange someone to visit you in person. So making the customer agree, giving the information, letting them know that, okay, we can still, they can still do the replacement, but they need to pay a little higher amount comparing to the ones who are qualified for the rebate, and also letting them know that, that we can't give them the exact pricing, but for them to receive the quotation, we'll be sending the assessor in person. Right. So after understanding this, if customer agrees, then yes. See, there are a few customers where we have already visited, did the assessment, even though they are not qualified. The customer still agrees to replace them, even if they are not qualified to claim the rebate. Right. So since the option is available for them to upgrade the system, if customers are still willing to pay extra $1,000 or extra dollars, then we can still help them with the upgrade or with the installation. Okay. Mohammed, sorry, Harry, are you back?
Yes, ma'am. Since 15 minutes ago.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit in details about the hot water system. Like I said before, it would be most likely for some of you, it will be like a refresher or something, like a recap. And yeah, Ringo, do you have any?
Yes, ma'am, I have one question for you. Actually, two
Mhm.
questions.
Sure.
What if the customer's hot water system is not working properly?
Good question.
And
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
the question two is, how will we call the customer? I mean, from our personal phone number or the from Skype or
Okay.
system will be provided?
Okay.
Yeah,
And
actually,
any
I got to ask this question for Bonnie sir. In the meantime, I always forgot the questions.
okay. Well, first question, to answer your first question.
Yeah.
Uh, Now, if customers say the hot water system is not in a working condition, now there could be multiple reasons why it's not in a working condition, right? So few common reasons could be maybe their hot water system is leaking.
Yeah.
Right, there is a leakage, or or the other reason could be it's possible that their system is too old, and the water is not getting heated, it's not working efficiently like before. Or um it could be, like maybe it's damaged, right? So it could be any, reason why their hot water system is not in a working condition. But the if you get such customer, such question, or such, I mean, if you get customers who tells you that their hot water system is not in a working condition, the only thing that you need to find out from the customer is that, um since since you mentioned that it's not in a working condition, have you removed the pipings, have you removed the cables and wires, or is it still connected? So this only you need to find out only this. um, if customer tells you proactively, explains to you proactively that my hot water system is is not heating up the water quickly or properly, or that's why I've stopped using it, or it's leaking so I have stopped using it. If they offer you the explanation, that's absolutely fine. I mean, you're getting extra information from the customer, right? But from your end, as a lead generator, what you need to find out is that even though the hot water system is not working or is not in a working condition, we need to ensure that all the wires, the pipes, cables, whatever is needed to, um, m- to make the hot water system work, those things should be still fitted and connected. Okay. If customers say, yeah, it's all connected, I haven't removed anything, I've just left it as it is, it's all connected, then all good. We can still go ahead and help them to the assessment and replacing, getting rid of the old one, putting in the new one. But if customer said, well, since it was not working, so I have disconnected everything and my hot water system is just kept in one of the corner,
Okay.
then unfortunately tell the customer, well, unfortunately, since you have disconnected everything, we cannot help you. Because see, in order for us to do the assessment, see, we will be talking about how the assessment happens, or what the assessor does, when they go to field for assessment, right? We will be discussing that, just for you guys to understand. But um assessment videos, and photos are also required as part of the campaigns guidelines or requirements. So if their hot water system is not connected to the pipes or wires, whatever is needed, then we cannot, the assessor cannot do the assessment. So as long as their hot water system, so the bottom line is, be it for any reason, if the hot water system is not working, we need to ensure that all the cables and wires and pipes, whatever is there, are all connected. It's still fitted. It's still connected. Then we can help them, or we can proceed with the assessment, and whatever is needed. But if they say no, I have dismantled it, or I have disconnected it, then tell them straight away, well, unfortunately, we cannot assist you further since you have already disconnected everything.
Okay.
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 Now, for your second question, well, you will not be using your personal number or mobile. Um, the company will provide you a dialer where you know you will be, again, no need to worry about that, because after the process training, before you guys start your OJT, on job training, um a technical session will be conducted for all of you. Um, During the technical session, you will be explained on how to, dial the customer numbers, or what kind of disposition, you need to dispose on what situation, which disposition to select and dispose the calls. So everything related to the technical things. A session, a short session, technical session will be taken, and from there, if you have any sort of questions, you can always clarify during the technical session. But yes, to give you um, a simple response to your second question, it's no, you will not be using any your mobile or anything as such. All you need is your laptop or your computer with a proper internet connection, and the rest the company will provide you.
Okay, ma'am. Again, one question also.
Sure. Mhm.
The hot water system can be installed inside the house or only the outside the house?
No, outside. We cannot install inside,
Okay.
because if we install the heat pump inside, it's not gonna work. Um, it's not going to work efficiently. Even if it works, it will not heat up the water properly. It's not made in for to keep it inside any premises. So
Okay.
you can only install it outside in an open environment or open space. Yes, Suman, you have a question?
Yes, I do have. I just want to explain about my understanding, as a
Mm-hmm.
participant over here. Since
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, you were telling that, customer in Australia, they know already about this program.
Mm-hmm.
So, first thing, and they have a habit, if it is like government program or it's rebate program, that means they are getting something free. Like previously, they used to get free like LED light,
Mm-hmm.
solar, like sorry, what do you call, a shower head, something kind of thing. Yeah, they do
Mm-hmm.
have in the mind that they will be getting free, but in our cases, we are charging them. I mean, we are upgrading them, we are providing them a heat pump or a tank, then we are charging them. So
Mm-hmm.
there might be a competitor. I don't know, shall I come to these
Yes.
questions now or not, but it's just curiosity, there might be a
Mm-hmm.
competitor for sure. As we called
Mm-hmm.
ourselves authorized partner for this program, SAP the government. So there might be a competitor. So how
Mm-hmm.
different we are from our competitors? And other option is since a customer is paying certain amount, for example,
Mm-hmm.
they are paying $1,200, like
Mm-hmm.
$1,300, which will not be mentioning them in our previous conversation. I mean, it will be done by our assessor. We'll just let in our assessor in their premises. That's our duty, as you explained. So my question here is like as a part of discount, as a customer, if I'm buying something,
Mm-hmm.
for sure I'll look for a price.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, I look for a what do you call it, services. So how good we are in the services since we have a 5 years in the market, experience market in the market, plus how good we are in the price. In a sense, how much discount we are giving in comparing to other competitors or in comparing to the products like available in the market. For like by any chance, if customer update his program in the market, what I understand is they do have to pay maybe triple the amount what we are charging.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So in our case, like, is there any particular percentage, like 50, 60%? Like if the particular heat pump in a market, like, they would be paying like around $3,000, suppose, then is it
Mm-hmm.
like we are charging like 50% of that? Or is it 60 or is it 70%? So what as a customer, what benefits they are getting? They are saving energy. That's the benefit they are getting. It's environmental friendly. That's what they are getting. But in terms of price, what are the discount they are giving? Matlab
See,
getting as a customer.
the customers are aware of this government initiative campaign. They may or may not be aware of the heat pump, the product in if we have to be specific with the product. Okay, they are aware of the program, the scheme initiated by the Victorian state government. They are aware of this campaign. It has been ongoing for a couple of years now. All right, so they are aware that the state government have initiated a program, or they have initiated energy saving programs, and that they're under this program they're providing some free products, they're providing different products. Customers, most of the customers are already aware of this because they have already participated in taking advantage of these products under the campaign. But it's also possible that some customer may not be aware of this heat pump or the air conditioner. Okay, now to clarify that, don't think that every customer is aware of what heat pump is. All right, now to talk about the competitors, yes, it definitely there are so many accredited providers. See, we are the ones generating the leads, and we are tied up with, we call it AP, or accredited providers or accredited vendors. Now the accredited providers are the ones who do the installation of the products. So what we do is we generate the leads and we send the leads to our accredited providers. Now their assessors will do the assessment, and they will qualify the leads. They will complete the assessment, or they will cancel the assessment, reject the leads, whatever is required. They will do their job, and once the assessment is successfully completed and the customer made the payment, these accredited providers that we are tied up with, they will go ahead and do the installation. So likewise, there are so many accredited providers in the market. And these accredited providers are tied up with multiple call centers like us. So there are multiple call centers, calling these customers for the same reason, for the same products. All right, so competitors are there, but we all need to understand that the competitors, the accredited providers are the ones purchasing the products, purchasing the heat pumps in bulks, giving, storing it, and then giving it out to the customer. And in return, when any products are installed in customer premises, it generates a certificate. Again, this is for, just for your information. So it generates a certificate. This certificate, once it gets generated, the accredited providers, take, they will, obviously they have to go through, different processes. But yes, in short, once the certificates are generated after installing any product in the customer premises, they will submit with the help of the certificate, the accredited providers will get the reimbursement from the state government. So that's how it works, So now, there is a value, there is there is a specific value of this certificate that's getting generated. Now how much is the value? Let's say, for an example, hypothetically speaking, one certificate is valued, one certificate values $5, for example. Again, I'm just taking a hypothetical figure, so don't assume that this are what it actually is. So if one certificate values one certificate values, let's say, $500, then obviously the accredited provider will definitely do their calculation and give the customer, okay, if I offer the customer this much amount, then my company, as the installation company, as an accredited provider, if I give the customer this much amount, because I'm the one investing, right? I'm an accredited provider. I'm the one investing beforehand. Before I get the reimbursement from the state government, I'm the one investing. So I need to have profit in this. So based on all the accredited providers, they come up with, okay, so for 200 liters, we will be charging the customer between this to this. So they all decide on, keeping in mind that the company should not go in loss, keeping in mind that if we give the customer this much price, the company will still benefit from it. The company will not be in loss. So even if there are competitors in the market, the price differences is not much. It could be a difference of $50. It could be a difference of, at the max $100. So let's say if I am an AP and I am offering the customer $1,300 for one heat pump replacement, my other competitor, they might be charging $1,350 or $1,400, or the other AP might be charging the customer $1,250. So the bottom line is, even if there are competitors in the market, and obviously there are a lot of it's quite a competitive market, to be honest. So a lot of accredited providers are doing the installation, not just our company, not just our AP. However, when it comes to the price that's been given to the customer, there is not much differences. Like I said, it will be a difference of between $50 to $100 at the max. Okay, so and it's also possible that since there are a lot of APs in the market, it's also possible that the same customer which you are contacting might have already been, contacted by another accredited provider, another company, and they might have given the customer a quotation. But since these customers are also clever, what they do is before they decide, they wait for other companies to approach them and give them quotation. They will do their own price comparison, and they will go with the company who offers them less, even if it's just $50, or even if it's just a difference of $60, $70. So to answer to your question, yes, there are competitors in the market. However, the pricing, the in terms of the pricing differences, it's not much. It's possible that we might be offering lesser than the other AP who have contacted the same customer, or sometimes vice versa. Some other AP might have given them $50 lesser amount quotation than us. So there's always this competition, but keep in mind that the price differences between each competitors are not much. It's just a difference of 50 to 100%, $100 differences. Now, talking about the services, what our accredited providers are providing is, I cannot say for other APs, other accredited providers, but the AP that we are tied up with, the kind of services they're providing to the customer is, to build their, in this VEU program, the main quality that we look forward, or our AP look forward, is to build a long lasting relationship with the customer. Because like I said at the beginning, it's an ongoing process, and this will not be the first time or the last time that we will be contacting or approaching the same customer. Now, when new products get added or get launched by the government under this VEU program, we will be going back to the same customer wherein we have installed the hot water system for them. We will go back to the customer, even if it's after years or after months. We will be going back to that same customer and remind them that, hi, I'm calling you from this, and if you recall, a year ago we have installed the hot water system for you, right? And then that's how, so building a good, long-lasting, good rapport and long-lasting relationship with the customer is what our AP actually works on. So the kind of services, and in order to have a trusting relationship with the customer, we need to provide them with a good customer service. We need to provide them good services. It's not just about the pricing. But what if we offer them less pricing, but then the services that's been received from the AP is not good? When we cannot go back to the customer and tell them proudly that, hey, we are the ones who installed the hot water system for you. The customer, instead of and when we are contact you again because another product has been launched where you can still take advantage of the rebate. We can't just go back to the same customer and tell them this, because what happens is, if the services are not good, they will definitely, it will backfire, right? The customer will say, yeah, I remember you guys did it because after you guys installed the hot water system, it didn't work, it stopped working, or blah blah blah, so many reasons if the customer is not satisfied. So the kind of services that our current AP is providing is a top-notch services, because like I said, it's not just about providing the product or providing them the best offer or best pricing, but we focus more on building a good relationship, a trusting relationship with the customer, because sooner or later we'll be going back to the same customer and then offer them another product. All right. So with that being said, some we are our APs are sending A-grade licensed electrician and a licensed plumber to do the installation. Now, in Australia, I'm not too sure about India. In Australia, even if you are an electrician, there are different grades. They have been given different grades. So the A grades, the one who possess the A grade license are the best electricians. So likewise, and also there are licensed plumber, there are non-licensed plumber. So non-licensed plumber are those like just self-trained plumber or self-trained electrician without any professional, without much professional knowledge, without undergoing professional trainings, and self-declared plumber or local electricians. Now some of the APs are offering less price to the customer, but they hire this local electrician or local plumbers to do all the installation works. So in other words, the services they are providing is not not good enough, and it often results in complaining, the customer complaining to complaining about those companies. Now we don't want, our AP don't want any kind of this kind of complaints coming in from the customer, because it also affects their ratings. The accredited provider might lose their license to to take part in this VEU campaign. Not any company are qualifies to take part in this VEU campaign. They need to meet certain criteria, even for the companies, to become an AP, to become accredited providers under this VEU. They need to pass certain qualifications, and then only they can get the accredited provider license. So it's not easy to become accredited providers, right? So they might end up losing, if there are a lot of complaints coming in from the customers, and after the installation is done, the company will, there is a possibility that they might lose their license to become an accredited provider, right? However, some companies are, they just hire just to have more profit and just to save on their expenses. They hire local electricians, local plumbers, and let them do the installation, right? But in contrast to that, our AP, the AP that we've been dealing with for for quite a long time now, we understand and we know that the kind of services they're providing are top notch. Like there are, yes, I'm not saying that there are zero complaints from the customer. There will always be complaints coming in from the customer over silly things or serious matters. But even if there, for some reason, if let's say hot water system was installed, but it's not working properly, and customer raise the concerns, they're fixing them. They're quick in sending the plumber and fixing the issue or the concerns the customer might have. Or if any system, because of faulty in the system or manufacturing issues with the system, we provide them with another replacement. So things like, kind of the customer service that they provides are also quick, and that's why even if any complaints comes in, they address it without much delay. You will come across customer who will tell you that last time I the last time the company who installed my fan seals, for example, I raised a complaint, but it took them so long to come and fix it. Or I raised a complaint, but no one ever got back to me. You get to hear such customers, I mean, such things sometimes from the customer also about some APs. Always. So these are, again, these are some extra information that actually what's the question which, Suman have raised, it's going to, I mean, it's going to be beneficial for all of you, because sometimes you might, if you need to convince the customer, you might have to talk about the kind of services that our our company is providing. And you can always share this information with the customer that when it comes to the installation, we don't do the installation, we don't hire local electrician or plumbers. They are professionals. They are licensed plumbers and A-grade electricians. We hired those, and those are the ones who will be doing the installation. To ensure that everything is installed properly and professionally, right? And we are, our customer support are also open 24/7. If you have any concerns, you can always raise them, and we are quick in resolving the issues. If you come across any, if you have any concerns or problems related to the product after the installation is done. So these are some of the services that we actually provide them. It's not just for the sake of telling the customer or convincing the customer, but yes, sometimes you will come across such situation where you need to share this information with the customer. Okay, so those are the kind of extra, I mean, those are the kind of, and because we are using only A-grade electricians and certified licensed plumbers, their charges are also high comparing to the local electricians or plumbers, and the investment that the company is doing is high. And because of that, we also, and we are confident that we are providing the best services. One of the there will be other APs who might be providing the same kind of services or good services, but since we're talking about our company's services provided to the customer, since we are using all this, I mean, we are hiring only the A-grade electricians and licensed plumbers to do the installations. We understand the quality of work they do, and they do, and also providing the best services to our consumers, to our customers, is our top-notch priority. So with that, keeping that in mind, we the prices might differ a bit with other companies, but yes, because of the services, the kind of services we are providing, we it will cost you this much. So it's like justifying if any customer says that other company who approached me the other day or before, they're offering me lesser price. In case if customer ever raise that kind of concern, you can always tell them, you can ask them, you can counterattack the customer by use asking them, okay, they might have offered you lesser amount, but do they guarantee what kind of services they'll be providing to you? Because it's not just about the pricing, it's not just about the price differences, right? I mean, you can always question back the customer. I'm sure some customer will not be able to prove to you, or not, they will not be able to answer you back if you ask questions like this, because we, let the customer know that we strongly believe in what we're doing. We believe in the quality of works that we're doing. So come up with all this, and tell them that these are the kind of services we are offering. All right. And like I said before, again, this question would likely not come in the picture, because again, you guys will not be providing any any pricing, or any, will not be mentioning any figure to the customer. But in general, the amount, that the average cost that we are offering, charging the customer, is between 50 to 60% from the market price. So generally, you can tell the customer, you can let the customer know that, if any customer asks or wants to know how much, approximately how much it's going to cost them, just let them know that it will be, you'll be getting up to, or around 50 to 60% discount from, comparing to the market price, or from the market price. You can tell this to the customer. That's not a problem.
All right. Thank you so much, Lizana. I don't know. Am I only the one asking questions? But yeah, it was good, like 50 to 60%. I heard it. And other things, I'm sure there will be. It's not a question, but I have one additional question. Sorry. Like
That's all right.
I'm sure whenever we're in the sales field, there will be a lot of competitors. And like me, I'm Suman. There will be a lot of Suman in the market. They might be calling them as well. So my concern was how different we are, and as a like lead generator, how different I'm approaching them. That definitely inputs greatest points over here. Impact on the customer, that matters. And
Definitely.
likewise, if told us, like like 50 to 60% something, we are giving discount. Maybe other like X, Y, we are Y, some X like AP, they're providing like 50 to 60% as well. So how do I represent, approach them, that making a difference over here? On additional to that, is there any way, like we call in a sales, we call it like an add-on sale? Like for example, if I'm selling a bicycle, if customer approaching a bicycle, if he is paying suppose $2,000, I might approach customer with additional sale. I mean free gift. Like suppose I'll provide him a helmet, I'll provide a headlight, kind of things. Is there any way we can approach customer in that way, so that we can motivate customers like a different than others one? Like for example, if we are providing LED light for free, I mean I'm going maybe in different topic, but I'm asking questions. Is there anything like add-on sale we can do that on that point to make a little bit differences from others?
Well, not at this stage, unfortunately. And trust me, not and I mean, no AP has any sort of any add-on benefits to the customer.
Okay.
It all
Alright.
it will, yeah, it's, I mean, we even though they are all different companies, um they're all working for the same campaign, same product, right? So the guidelines, the everything remains the same. We just have to, win customers' trust. We just have to convince customer to agree and, go ahead with us. So in addition to all this, what company, what kind of services company, our AP, our company is providing to the customer. In addition to all this, you know, honestly, it all comes down to you. As an individual who is talking to the customer, it all comes down to you, how confident and how convincing you sound on call. Right? So whatever information, whatever facts or information that that we need to, let you guys know, or we need to impart you guys on. In addition to that, if you will be the one who'll be, because even if I explain all this to all of you, if it highly depends on how you relay the message to the customer, or how you relay the information to the customer. It highly depends on you, how to sound convincing to the customer, because it's possible that whatever I'm saying right now, it's possible for some of you to, you know, fully grasp everything and then improvise, you know, yourself, keeping in mind that these are the facts or these are the information I have in my hand. The rest I need to improvise. Now, not everyone can do that, obviously. I understand that as well. Right. But yes, to sound more appealing, to sound more convincing to the customer, we don't have any other weapons aside from the fact that, you know, that we provide them with high quality. We provide them with, I mean, we provide installations. I mean, the installations were done by a professional, you know, licensed plumber and all those stuff. And trust me, the company who are offering very less margin, sorry, very less amount, they are not investing much on in terms of the, you know, the people that they're hiring. Now for the heat pump installation, we need plumber. We need electrician. If any extra wirings have to be done, the electrician have to first work on that, and then the plumber do the final installation. Right? And of course, with the air conditioner, we don't need a plumber, but yes, for the hot water system. So whatever installers, whichever installers we are hiring, those are, you know, the professionals, the skilled ones, the licensed, who have, you know, who already have obtained their license, and not just, you know, B grade or C grade. We are hiring A grade electricians. So and trust me, there are other companies where, you know, they're just hiring local plumbers, electricians, even to the extent that I am also aware. I mean, we have been we have been tied up with multiple APs, different companies for different products. And since I am the one, you know, dealing directly with the clients, with the APs, so I also understand, you know, what kind of people they're hiring, what kind of, how they do their work internally to a certain extent. So even some APs which I am aware of are hiring just local plumbers, and actually they're not spending much, they're not investing much on those people. And if this kind of, you know, local plumbers, electrician, not, I'm not saying whatever they install are not, you know, up to the mark. Some even if they're local plumbers or electricians, they do good work, obviously, because they're also getting paid to do the work done. But yes, the extent of, I mean, if we talk about the quality of the work that they do in terms of the installation, be it any products, it doesn't match with the ones who are licensed. So there's a huge differences, you know, between a local plumber, electrician, and with a licensed, you know, plumbers. So to you know, share this information with the customers. See, I know, Suman, you have been into sales process or doing sales, you know, virtually or in person. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's, you know, it's the same thing. But yeah, so you will be able to handle any kind of, you know, customer. I mean, if you need to convince customer, you'll be able to do that, no doubt in that. But of course, in order to, you know, sound more convincing, you need to sound more information, right? Information about the products, information about how the work that we do. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so these are the you know, kind of services our AP, our company is providing to the customer. Now to deliver it, how to deliver it, how to sound convincing and confident, it depends on you. Okay. Now we will be practicing, we will be going through, you know, we
All
will
right,
be doing a role play or, you know, mock call session, practice sessions. So we will definitely have time to, you know, polish ourselves in this at a later stage of the training. All right. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
As you said before, that the program is for the owner also and for the renter also, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you said the renter have to pay more of the amount. So why do the renter have to pay more?
Because they are not qualified to claim the discount, the rebate.
Okay, matlab, means the discount is for only the owner.
Yeah, there are other quality parameters also, but one of the basic quality criteria is that this should be the property owner.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay.
they don't own the property, if they're just a tenant or renting the property,
Mm-hmm.
they cannot claim the discount, they cannot claim the rebate. Although
Mm-hmm.
they can still go ahead and change their hot water system or replace the hot water system, but they will not be qualified to claim the discount or the rebate, and that's why the price differences is there for them. They need to pay a little higher comparing to the ones who are qualified to claim the discount.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so everyone can see my screen.
Yes.
Uh, okay. Now, just for your understanding, see, knowing this will also be helpful for you on call. Um, because sometimes, I mean, if you sound more knowledgeable, if you sound more informative on call, customer tend to trust you more. So the more information you have, the easier it would be for you to, convince the customer and eventually, end up generating the leads. Now, I know for almost every one of you, these are some of the, this campaign is new to you guys. So um, I'll just, take you through some of the old products some of the products that we have installed in the past. In fact, these are some of the products that customer have received under the Victorian Energy Upgrade Program, and these are for free. Okay, so sometimes you can also take a reference of these old, the other products um, by telling the customer that, we have done the installation for door seals, we've done installation for shower heads, LED lights in the past. Now, under the same program, the government has initiated, another product, has launched another product called the heat pump. So, taking references of the past product. And trust me, almost 90% of the household have claimed either one of these products, or they have received either one of these products, even if it's not all the products. Okay, so if so just to jog their memory, or just to make them remember that they have received some products in the past, you can always you can also take the reference of all these other products also. All right. Sometimes it helps in in starting the conversation if you talk about the other products. Sometimes it backfires also because these products were free, and now the product we are doing right now is not free. So sometimes it backfires also. But again, it all comes down to you, how you handle the customer. Okay, so this is one of the for just for your information, door seal. So this is a door seal. What happens is, if we know that there used to be a gap when we close the door, right? There always used to be a gap somewhere here. Um, Now the with the help of these door seals, it prevents if the heater is on or the cooler is on, if there are gaps, the heat or the cool, it escapes from the gappings, in the windows and the doors, right? So in order to, and once because of this, they have to keep running the AC. Sorry, they have to keep running the cooler or the heater, and the more they run the heater or the cooler, the more electricity or gas it consumes, right? So one way to minimize their utility bills is door seals. What the customer have received this product for free of cost. So this seals, we just paste it on in the door frames so as to not to let the heat or the cool escape from the gappings here. So door seal is one of the product we have installed um, in the past, and customer received that free of cost. Another product we have done is the chimney blocker or seal. Again, we also call it, no, this is not draft stopper. Yeah, the chimney blocker seal. I think we call it draft stopper or something. So this is how it looks. This is also one of the product that customer have received in the past free of cost. IHT device, in-home device. This is also another another device that customer received free of cost in the past. And there are some APs who are still installing these products for some customers. There are still customers, there are still some properties who haven't taken these products. So there are some APs even now, talking about the current situation, there are some APs who are still installing these products. So this is a device. It's a small device which is connected, as you can see here in the picture, which is connected to the meter box, the smart meter box in customers' premises. And with the help of this, it's connected to their mobile through Bluetooth. So they will, turn on the Bluetooth. Through Bluetooth, it gets connected to the mobile, and with the help of this device, customers are able to see, how much electricity their appliances are consuming. And if they find that, okay, their refrigerator is consuming more electricity, they will adjust their usage. So with the help of this device, it helps the customer to monitor their electricity consumption and do the adjustment accordingly. So this is in-home device or IHD. This is also one of the device that was part of the VEU campaign, and customer receive it for free of cost. And this is the draft stopper or fan seal. So usually, in almost every household in Victoria or in Australia, customer have the exhaust fan. So usually in India, we usually use the exhaust fan. Most of us use it in the kitchen, the exhaust fans, right? So, but in Australia, they use it in the laundry, they use it in the bathroom, a kitchen, right? So this is the cover to put to cover the exhaust fan. On top of it, it puts this thing. So with the help of this cover, again, it helps the exhaust fan. I mean, the air that's coming out from the exhaust fan, it doesn't, with the help of this cover, it doesn't go everywhere, but it only directs it to the direction where the cooling is needed to be done. And with this help, of course, it also contributes in minimizing their electricity bill or electricity usages. So again, this is one of the fan seals or draft stopper customer received in the past. Shower heads. This is also, this is a product that they also received from as part of the VEU campaign. Again, this product was also free. They received it free of cost without any charges. Yeah, so those are some of the products that customer have received in the past, especially in Victoria. These were all free products. LED lighting is also one of them, where they receive it for free. and we're talking about residentials, right? So whenever required, whenever you think that, okay, I need to take references of the other products done in the past, you can always take advantage of that based on the call situation. If you remember any of this product, you can let the customer know that um, you can always let the customer that we are the ones who installed the shower heads for you, or we install the LED lights for you. Customer never remembers the company name, whoever did the installation to them. Hardly any customer, hardly few customers, like 10-20 customers, will remember the company's name, and especially if the company did a good job in the installation, or if they did a very terrible job, then only customer will remember the company's name. But yes, majority of the customer don't recall which company did the installation for which product. So you can always let the customer know that we are the ones who installed the shower heads and the fan seals, LED lights for you in the past, under the Victorian Energy Upgrades program, if you recall. That's something like that. Play around with your words. This is another product, RDC, the refrigerated display cabinet, but we're not doing that, so not really necessary. Now, let's talk about the hot water system. So different types of hot water system, like I have said earlier today, we generally see these three types of hot water system in customer premises. One is the electric hot water system, gas, and the solar hot water system. All right, so out of these three common hot water systems that you find in customer premises, we can only upgrade if they have an old electric hot water system and if they have a gas hot water system. If they say their hot water system is solar, we cannot tell them that, well, you are already on energy saving products, so you don't need the new heat pump, and just let the customer go. Okay. So electric hot water, these systems use electric powered elements at the base of the tank to heat water. Continuous electric systems have an element coiled around, blah, blah, blah. So these are just a definition of a brief definition of what an electric hot water system is, or gas or salt water hot water system are. All right. So if the hot water system is a gas hot water system, it uses a gas burner to heat and maintain the temperature of the tank's water. Continuous gas systems use burners which only ignite when you need hot water. They emit less greenhouse gases and are cost-effective alternatively. So from this slide, what we need to remember is that these are the commonly used hot water systems in Victoria. You'll find in Victoria premises or houses. And out of the system, we can only upgrade if they have an electric hot water system or a gas hot water system. Okay. If they have solar hot water system, then tell the customer that you are already on energy saving, and you don't need the new heat pump. That's it. Now, just a picture, just an image. I know it's a collage picture, but yeah. So this first part of the picture is a gas hot water system. Now, we will be categorizing even there are different types of tanks or systems. When it comes to gas hot water system, it could be a storage tank like this. These are the regular storage tanks. And another type you will find are this kind, which are usually smaller in size, and which are usually mounted on the walls. Now, these are called instantaneous gas hot water system. So the name itself explains everything. It's instantaneous, it's instant. Whenever they need hot water, they will just turn on the tap and they will get the hot water system. The hot water. And when they don't need it, they'll just turn off the tap. It's like a water filter, right? It works that way, and that's why it's called an instantaneous hot water system. Now, these are the storage tanks. Here, customer needs to store the water. After the water gets stored, they will run the gas burner, or if it's an electric tank, they will run the electric and heat the water. So first that they need to store the water and then get it heated, and then they have to use after that. So differences between a storage tank and an instantaneous hot water system. The pictures are also different. Instantaneous are always smaller in size, 40 liters, 50 liters. Right. Now, if we have to talk about the eligibility, even if customer have a storage gas hot water system or an instantaneous hot water system, they are still eligible for the replacement. Okay, so when you ask the question, what type of hot water system you have, customer will tell, is it gas, electric, or solar? Customer will tell you it's a gas storage tank, or it's a gas instantaneous hot water system. Some customer may not be able to tell you that it's an instantaneous tank, but they might also give you the description like it's a small rectangular box. So when customer will say different, they will use different terms, so to not get confused, right? When they say it's a small rectangular box, just ask them, is it mounted on the wall? If they say yes, then they are referring to an instantaneous hot water system. All right. So either ways, if it's a gas system, they are eligible. We can consider the system as an eligible tank and proceed further with the call. Unlike the gas hot water system, instantaneous hot water system, if they have, if their hot water system is an electric and it's instantaneous electrical hot water system, then they are not qualified. Okay, so remember, for gas, both storage tank and instantaneous hot water systems are eligible for replacement. If it's the customer existing tank is an electric hot water system, it should be a storage tank. If they say no, it's an instantaneous electric hot water system, tell them that fortunately we're not replacing those systems, we are only replacing the storage tank. All right, any questions so far? Any confusions? Yes, no, maybe.
No, actually, I don't know. Your sound was not coming a while ago, so I couldn't listen about it. The gas water system, which we're gonna replace only tank. Like picture shows your solar panel there. I'm a bit confused about it.
Okay, forget about the other pictures. Just focus on where which pictures or which one I'm referring to. All right. So first one is the gas hot water image of a gas hot water system. Now, when we say now the system might be running on gas, right? However, some customer will have a storage tank, some will have an instantaneous system. And if you can see here, it's written gas. So when you ask the question, what type of hot water system do you have? If customers say gas, it could be they might have a storage, gas storage tank, or they might have an instantaneous gas hot water system. Either ways, whatever system they have, both are considered eligible for the upgrade or for the replacement. However, this is about the gas hot water system we're talking about. When it comes to an electric hot water system, if customer's existing hot water system runs on electric, they have an electric hot water system. If they have a storage tank like this, then only they're qualified. If they have an electric instantaneous hot water system like this, then we cannot replace the instantaneous one if it's an electric system. All right, so have you all understood the differences here between a gas hot water system and electric hot water system?
Yeah, I understand.
What about the others?
No, it's not clear because I understand these two things. Others I understand because while ago, the sound was not clear.
I'm talking about, I mean, I am asking the other people, sorry.
Okay, fine.
Harry, Vipin,
Vipin?
Pooja, Rinku, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
Any confusion so far?
All good, ma'am. All good.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so the only differences is that if customer have a gas hot water system, it doesn't matter whether they have a storage tank, gas storage tank, or an instantaneous system. We consider both the type of systems eligible, okay, for the replacement. But if customer says they have electric hot water system, we need to ensure that it's a storage tank, not the instantaneous one. If they say no, it's an instantaneous electric hot water system, tell them just apologize to them. Tell them that unfortunately we cannot replace the kind of system right now. We are only upgrading the storage tanks. Okay, so these are a few examples of how it looks like the hot water system, the old ones. And these are solar hot water system, just for your understanding, although we are not replacing this. But yes, they have a solar hot water system with the help of the heat getting generated from the solar panels. It heats the water. Okay, so if they have a solar hot water system, not eligible. This is the new heat pump, which we will discuss later. But first, let's all understand the old system. What kind of existing systems are eligible? That's what we are trying to understand here. Okay, so the kind of systems that are considered eligible are hot water system. Now, hot water system can come in two different tanks. One is a storage tank like this, and the other one could be an instantaneous tank. Now, both systems are considered eligible for the replacement. If customer's existing hot water system is an electric hot water system and they have a electric hot water storage tank like this, then yes, they are qualified. We can go ahead and replace them. But if they have an instantaneous electric hot water system, then we cannot do that. Now, these are about the tanks, the type of system, the type of tanks that customer will have. In addition to this, there is another system called a booster. Okay. Now, booster are somewhat, it looks similar to this. If you can see the cursor here on my screen, a small box in a square or rectangular shaped box. It comes with, it is always installed or attached. It is always attached to the tank, storage tank, like this. Sorry, like this. So booster is also another kind of system which customer purchase and attach it to the tank. Now the booster could be electric booster. Booster is in other words, it's somewhat like the inverter that we use, right, for backup, for electricity backup. We all know what inverter is, right? I mean, it's pretty common here in India. So it works like an inverter. The booster works like an inverter for the tank. Okay, so now the booster could be a solar booster. It could be a gas booster. It could be, it could be an electric booster. Okay, so remember this. Some customer uses extra booster, which is connected to their storage tank. You will not see booster. We hardly see boosters with instantaneous tank like this, but most of the time we find the extra boosters um, attached to the tank, storage tank like this. All right, so again, if the extra booster is connected to gas or electric, then it's not a problem. We can do that. But if, let's say, the booster is connected with the solar panels, then we cannot upgrade those systems. For an example, customer have an electric storage tank. Okay, so their hot water system runs on electricity. They have an electric storage tank, right? And in addition to that, they also have a booster, extra booster, which is connected to the tank. Now, although this system is an electric system, electric hot water system, it's possible that the extra booster which they have is connected to the solar panels. So which means this customer has an electric hot water system with a solar booster. Are we all on the same page?
Yes.
Okay, so it's possible that the booster, even irrespective of what kind of hot water system they have, it could be electric, it could be gas, it could be solar. If any customer is using booster, it can run on anything. It can run on gas, it could be running on electricity, it could be running on solar. Okay. Now, anything to do, like I said before, anything to do with solar, if they have a solar hot water system, not eligible. If they have a solar booster, not eligible. Easy, right? They have solar hot water system, they have solar boosters. Well, not eligible, not qualified. That we all know now. But let's say because we consider this gas hot water system eligible, we consider this electric hot water system eligible, right, for the replacement. But what if customer have eligible systems, but they have a booster, extra booster, and it runs on solar? What happens then? Will it be considered eligible system or not for the replacement? Vipin, you tell me as per your understanding.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
As per
Since my screen is on, I can't see who is talking. So can you
Harry,
please
ma'am,
mention?
Harry.
Okay. Yes, Harry.
So is for my opinion, ma'am, I think if customer has electric and gas powered hot water system, then they are eligible. But if they are
Mm-hmm.
solar powered hot water system, because they are not eligible, the simple logic is, ma'am, they are saving lot more electricity bill by using solar powered hot water system.
Mm-hmm.
So logically, ma'am, they did not want to buy that I mean our product. So
Mm-hmm.
I think gas and electric are eligible, but solar is not eligible.
Yes, that's correct. What you understood is correct. But that was not a question I was asking. But anyway, whatever you said, that's of course that's That's correct. And because of that, I mentioned earlier that if customer have a solar, solar hot water system, we have to tell them that they are already on energy efficient system and they don't need the heat pump, and you end the call. That's what I mentioned, right? Because like you said, they're already on solar panel. Any customer who have solar panels installed, they are on energy saving already. That's why we are not giving them this rebate. Okay, now Harry, the question is, since you have understood what are the type of system that that we can replace. Let's say customer have a gas hot water system. This one, they have a gas hot water storage tank, and they have extra booster like this. They have extra boosters connected to the hot water system, but the booster is connected. Their hot, remember, the hot water system is of gas. It's running on gas. Okay, they have a gas hot water system, but the booster that they have is connected to the solar panels. In such case, will we consider that system eligible for the replacement? Harry, question is for you. Are you there, Harry? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, well listening.
Okay, so you guys can hear me. Harry, what happened? Are you not able to hear me or? Okay, Moy, are you there? Why am I not getting response from the others? Why am I getting the response from only the same people who usually respond?
Parijat, can you hear us?
Well, whoever spoke just now, your voice is breaking, so sorry, I couldn't hear properly. Is my voice audible to all of you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I am audible, all right? Well, because I'm not getting responses, so I thought, Um, okay, can anyone respond to what I just asked? If you guys understood the question?
Yeah, let me answer it. See, I'm not sure, but what I understand, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
think anything, say, there's a scenario here like customer has a solar booster, but
Mm-hmm.
but he is using system like the booster is solar, but he using gas and electric, both they have, but he has additional thing is solar booster. So in this case, whether customer can we like upgrade it or not? Can we qualify the customer or not? For me, I think it's no. Since
Okay.
if it is related with the solar, so solar we are
Mm-hmm.
not touching anything about solar. So that will
Mm-hmm.
be my answer.
Yeah.
Addition to that, if you can add it more, that will be good.
No, it's very simple. Like I've said
Yeah.
before, anything to do with solar, we're not touching it.
Yes. Yes.
So even though customer in this particular scenario, even though customer have the eligible system, like gas, we of course we're looking for gas hot water system in the customer house, right? Or electric hot water system. Though they have an eligible system, because they're using a booster, and that is a solar booster, we cannot qualify that customer for the replacement.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. Understand that.
So your
Anything,
response was correct. Mhm.
anything related with the solar, we are not touching it. We are not going ahead.
That's right.
All right.
If
Thank
yeah,
you.
if they have a booster, but it's connected to the gas or to the
Electric.
electricity, yeah, then we can do it. That's not a problem. But yes,
Mhm.
it should not be a solar booster. Is this clear to all of you?
Come again there. I didn't quite get you there.
Okay. If customer is using extra booster in any of their systems, it should not be solar booster. It's as simple as that. If the boosters are connected to electricity or gas, we can qualify. We can still qualify them. Con- you know, considering that they have, gas hot water system or electric hot water system. But even if they have, eligible tank, like eligible system, like gas hot water system or electric hot water system, but they have a solar booster, then we cannot qualify those.
All right. In a clear way, we have a three booster. One is gas, one is solar, one is electric.
Mm-hmm.
By any chance, if customer is using solar booster, whether it is gas or electric one, we are not going to. Simply, our answer will be no. We are not going to upgrade it.
Yeah,
If it is
that's right.
solar, that's all. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Great. So are we all on the same page, Mohammed? Any question from you?
Yes. No, as of now.
Okay. How about the others? Harry, can you hear me? Huh? Hang on.
Yes, ma'am. You're calling me?
Sorry, are
Oh
you
my
there?
goodness.
Yes. Yes, come back.
Actually, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I was in the washroom. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I
This said
thought
Harry. Harry.
I thought you had a problem with the internet or something. That's
No,
all
no, no.
right.
I was in the washroom, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
No, I was just checking for your response, whether you are in or not.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
That's okay. Rinku, is it all clear what we just discussed?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
sorry to interrupt. I have a question, ma'am. If a customer, somehow we are calling through Ring Central or VCDial, okay. If a customer that in USA they use robocall, okay, so any unknown number calling them, the call is automatically blocked. Okay, so we are calling from VC dial or Ring Central or
VC
Go Agent
dial.
Auto Dial, whatever the dialer we are
Mm-hmm.
using at that time. If a customer now blocked up that time and number, we are calling them. So we should call that same customer after 1 hour or 2 hour. Might be our number has been automatically changed by the backend team, or should I transfer that number to other agent?
Well, I'm not sure how that works. It will be, this question will be
Taken care
responded.
by that
Yes,
technical team. Okay,
technical
okay,
team.
okay.
So any questions related to technical things, please save it for the technical session. And yes, get your questions answered during that session. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Cool.
Yes, Ringo, you were saying something.
No, it's all clear. I understand
You
everything.
understood everything? No
Yes.
questions, no confusions. Pooja, how about you?
No.
Okay, cool. Vibin, can I hear from you also?
Ma'am, not properly understood, but I'm trying to understand the things.
I no, I appreciate the honest answer. See, just clarify the doubts before we move on to another topic, because it's always, see, you might be you know uh thinking that you'll clarify later, but I mean it's human nature, like we tend to forget sometimes. So um whenever you have any doubts, clarify then and there. That's always the best practice, especially, I mean, for me.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
which part of it you are not clearly
Ma'am, I'm able to understand that if the
mhm,
customer is using a gas and electric, that's good for us.
mhm,
But if the customer is using solar, that is already using the energy saving thing, right?
mhm.
And, but I don't understand about the booster thing.
Okay, booster is, it works like like a backup. For example, yeah, there in some, some customer, let's say, if their hot water system, their tank size is small, as
Mhm.
in, they have 100 liters, let's say they have 100 liters, but they need more, they need more water, more hot water running,
Okay.
because it's not sufficient, for them to use. And of course, so during that time, if let's say it's not getting heated, faster, or let's say the electricity, they have electric booster, and the electricity, um went off, even
Mhm.
during those times, they can turn on the booster and keep heating the water, keep the hot water running.
Mhm.
Or let's say, the same case with the gas, right? Because if the amount of depending on the tank size, especially you'll find booster in those customers premises where they have a smaller tank size and the family members are more, and it's not sufficient for them, and also in those areas where the electricity often goes out, they use the booster to boost the hot water, to keep the hot water running
Mhm.
for continuous use. So not everyone uses booster, but yes, sometimes you'll find extra boosters, which are usually attached, on top of the tank, or they just um, connect it somewhere here on these areas. I'll show you guys some pictures, um, of how um, boosters boosters with hot water systems are connected, or later on I will show pictures for your better understanding. Right, so what we need to understand right now is that if customer says they have a storage tank and they also have a booster, you just have to check what kind of tank, what kind of system they have, and what kind of booster they have. Do they have a gas hot water system or electric, hot water system, a storage tank, and whether their booster is connected to the solar or gas or electricity. So we just have to, ask those questions and get the response. If they say that they have a solar booster, then let them know that since you're using a solar booster, you're already on energy saving mode. You don't require, you don't need to replace the system, and just
That I understood, ma'am.
finish the call.
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. Right. Moy, can I get a response from you?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Is everything clear so far?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
All the time, like I thought I'm not audible. Like I turned on the mic, I was speaking, but I
Oh,
think like I'm
now
not audible.
now I can hear you,
Yeah, miss me.
but yeah, it's lot of disturbances in the line. Bonnie, are this? I
Yes.
mean, is every one of you using, fiber connection, or is anyone using a mobile hotspot connection? A network. Sorry, because it will it's not gonna work if you are on um if you don't have a proper fiber connection. It's going to disturb a lot once you know start dialing.
I'm using fiber.
Yeah, I can assume that. I mean, Puja, Moy, you guys have problem in the connection in the line.
I'm using fiber.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Pooja,
Ma'am, Luceno ma'am, mine is fiber connection. Sometimes there is issues, but it doesn't stay for long. And sometimes when electricity goes, there I have to log in through my cell phone.
okay. No electricity backup.
Yeah, Luceno ma'am, can I ask a question if you don't mind?
Yes, please go ahead.
Luceno ma'am, these days we'll be getting trained from you. We know, ma'am. Can I know what is the closing time of the training for today?
Well, since today was the first day with me session with me, so we started off at 8:30. But usually the training will start from the earliest we can do is at 7 o'clock
Yeah.
or six between 6 to 7 o'clock. That's when we will be starting off.
Okay. So when is the training getting ended today, ma'am? I wanted to know that.
Well, we will be ending the session by 2 o'clock today.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, from tomorrow onwards, we will start off at 7 till
Mhm.
2:30.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So 7 to
Yes, ma'am.
2:30 will be the session timing starting
Mhm.
from tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so now these are the old the existing hot water system that we will be finding in customers' premises, and I want everyone to understand that what kind of systems we consider as eligible system, for us to replace, and what kind of systems are not qualified, and we can't do the do's and don'ts of the systems, right, for the replacement. Now moving on, let's talk about the heat pump. Now this is the product that we are replacing with, we are offering to the customer. All right, so this is a brief definition of the heat pump.
Rajana, can I ask one question before we proceed?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
go ahead.
question is, it's related to the booster only. So,
Mm-hmm.
how do we know that since we are calling customer about
Mm-hmm.
if he is using electric or gas, then we'll go ahead for sure. If he's
Mm-hmm.
not using, I mean, electric, only solar is using, and he's not eligible, that we get to know. And my question is, how do we know that customer is using solar booster? Because booster is additional item, no?
Yeah.
They might have electric or gas heat or heat tank, something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
their booster, as a booster, they're using solar like
Mm-hmm.
boosters. So how do we know that customer is during conversation is using
Mm-hmm.
solar booster or not? Shall I
Okay.
ask? Shall I be asking question to the customer
Yep.
or
Two
just
ways.
yeah? Mm.
Right, good question. So, you can find out that in two ways. One, you can proactively ask the customer. So, In addition to the storage tank, are you using any booster, any extra booster? You can certainly ask the customer. Some customers, they will proactively tell you that we also have a booster. But again, not every customer will be proactive. Not every customer will tell you that they have a booster. But yes, some customer do, the voluntarily tells you that we have a storage tank and we have a booster as well. Okay, so the best practice is to, take the initiative and ask the customer just to make sure that, just to make sure we're on the safer side. You can always ask them after checking with customer what kind of hot water system they're using. You can always add this additional question. In addition to your existing, in addition to the storage tank, are you also using an extra booster? So you just need to get yes, no from the if they say yes, of course, is it connected to electricity or solar or gas? If they say no, we don't, we don't have any booster, then yes, of course, no further question needed.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
No worries. Okay, cool. I am expecting a lot of questions like this from all of you. Okay, so guys, please do not hesitate to put your questions across. All right, so heat pump is a system that efficiently uses renewable energy to heat water using less electricity. The hot water heat pump is like a reverse blah blah blah. You guys can go through this. Just definition of what a heat pump is. And of course, these systems are energy efficient and can save them a good amount of money to help them achieve their saving goals. Now we will be talking about the heat pump. So like the old systems, the customer have different type of tanks, different type of hot water system they're using. Likewise, the heat pump we're offering two types. Both are heat pumps. One is the integrated system, or we can also call it all-in-one system, and the other one is the split system. So by now we all have understood that we are offering the customer two different tank size. One is 200 liters and the other one is 270 liters. Right, so 200 liters, we are offering them this split system. And if 270 liters, it's all in one system. Okay, so again, this knowing how, what type of heat pump or what kind of system we're offering the customer will be helpful, because some customer will ask question, especially some customers who are already aware of the heat pump, they might also want to know, so am I going to get the, split system or the all-in-one system? All right, so again, questions, you can expect any kind of questions coming from the customer. So it's always good to have, this information ready so that you'll be able to, respond accordingly. So two types of heat pump we are offering. One is the split system and the all-in-one system. So the name itself is self-explanatory. All-in-one system, a split system, because the tank and now in the hot water, in the old hot water system, they only have the storage tank, right? Only the storage tank where they can store the water and then run the gas or electricity and heat the water. However, if we talk about heat pump, it comes with a compressor. So it comes with extra component. It's called the compressor. So along with the storage tank, they have a compressor. Now, in the split system, the storage tank and the compressor comes separately. It's not attached to each other, and that's why we call it a split system. The all-in-one system here is the storage tank, and the upper one on the top of the tank, this is the compressor. So it's attached. So all together, both the components are attached, and that's why we call it integrated or all-in-one system. Okay, so tell the customer that the heat pump, the new heat pumps, is an energy saving system, because it's manufactured in such a way that it consumes less electricity. So the heat pump is also an electric, it runs on electricity, of course. It's an electric heat pump. However, it consumes less electricity. Reason is because of the compressor, the extra component which comes along with the storage tank. Now, the compressor, everything, all the technologies are inbuilt in this compressor, inside the compressor. If you can see this, there is a small exhaust fan, kind of an exhaust fan here. With the help of these exhaust fans, it extracts the surrounding air, the air that we breathe. It extracts in the air, and inside this, there is a compressor, there is a condenser, so many things are inbuilt inside this small compressor. And with the help of all those components, it it helps in heating it generates heat, and which in turn heat the water in the storage tank. All right, so here is just a diagram of explaining the different components that is inside the compressor. So this is the storage tank, and this is the inside of the compressor. So inside the compressor, like I have shown you, there is the small exhaust fan here, the fan. There is this compressor, evaporator, and the condenser. Okay, so all these components are inbuilt. It's already inside this small compressor here or here. Now this explains how it works. So it's a simple 4-step cycle of how the heat pump works. First, the exhaust fan. With the help of the exhaust fan, it extracts the heat energy, or the air outside, the surrounding air, from outside the unit, and it sends the energy, the surrounding air which is getting extracted from the exhaust fan, is passed on to the evaporator. This one, showing here in the picture. Now, with the help of this evaporator, it converts the liquid refrigerant into hot gas. All right, so the hot gas that is produced with the help of the evaporator, it heats the water inside the unit using the condenser coil, this one. Now, these explanations are for your understanding. Once you understand how it works, you can explain the customer in your own words, or you can simplify it for the customer to understand. We are dealing with residential customers, so don't expect these customers to have knowledge about all this. The best thing that we can do is to explain them in a simplified way, so that they can understand. Now, deal with this part where we tell them that the heat pump comes with extra component called the compressor, and with the help of the compressor, it extracts the surrounding air, which helps in generating hot gas and to heat the water. All right, so these are for you to understand how the compressor works, because if we think about it, okay, with the help of this exhaust fan, it is extracting. Of course, we all understand how the exhaust fan works, because almost everyone is using an exhaust fan in our house, so we know what role it plays, what kind of what does the exhaust fan do, or why we need the exhaust fan, right? So, and obviously every customer knows that if we tell them the compressor has an exhaust fan, to a certain extent they understood that explanation. So with the help of the exhaust fan, it extracts the surrounding air, and it has, so instead of telling the customer, explaining that it has a compressor, evaporator, condenser, Not every customer will be interested to know this, and not every customer will understand either. So best way to explain to the customer is that, inside the compressor, the compressor component, it has inbuilt technology where it helps the surrounding air to extract it inside the compressor and turn it into hot gas, and with the help of that, it heats the water in the storage tank. Right. So after, in simple, if customer wants to understand or ask you how the heat pump works, this explanation is sufficient for the customer to understand. Okay, now the most important thing to let the customer know is about this compressor. They already know that a hot water system has a storage tank because they're already using a storage tank. What they don't know is the extra component that has been added when it comes to heat pump, which is the compressor. All right, so let them know that in addition to the hot storage tank, you also get an extra component called the compressor, and this compressor has advanced technology inbuilt. One of them is an exhaust vent, and with the help of this exhaust vent, it extracts the outside, the surrounding air, and which is turned into hot gas. And with the help of this hot gas, it heats the water, which is stored in the storage tank, and that's how you get hot water. Also, most importantly, what you need to mention to the customer is that the only time the electricity is used is while running the exhaust fan. Now, if we talk about their old system, let's say this is a 200-liter tank size. Now, 200 liters water is stored in the storage tank. Now, to heat this 200 liters of water, this whole time, till the time this 200 liters of water is heated, they are using gas, or they're using electricity, full on electricity or gas, till the time the water gets heated. And that's why it consumes a high amount of gas or electricity. However, in contrast to that, if it's a heat pump, once the electricity is used only to run this exhaust fan. To heat up the water, it doesn't use the electricity. So tell the customer that now this is one of the reasons why we consider the heat pump as energy efficient system. All right, because it consumes less electricity. Reason why? Because the only time the electricity is turned on or the electricity is used is only when the exhaust fan is turned on. We turn on the exhaust fan. When customer needs to heat the water, they will turn on the exhaust fan, and the exhaust fan will do its work. And then once the water start getting heated, it doesn't consume electricity to heat up the water. The only thing the electricity is consumed is when it runs the exhaust fan. That's why comparing to the old hot water system, it consumes very less electricity. That's how customer is going to save on their electricity bill, by using the heat pump. Okay. Of course, some of the pros and cons of using a heat pump: it saves money in the long term. It's energy efficient, environmental friendly, fewer greenhouse gas emissions than a conventional water heating system, and it even works in lower temperatures. If you're using heat pump, they don't need inverters or batteries. They don't need extra boosters, and it's easy to install and connect to your hot water plumbing. Some of the cons for using heat pump: not suitable in extremely cold climates. Can purchase a booster in cold climates, but it's costly. may be unreliable if installed or used incorrectly, high initial cost. So this is applicable only if customer is purchasing from the market without any discount. It's expensive because it's not only purchasing the product. After purchasing the product, they have to pay for the the shipping charge. I mean, they can't just purchase and take it home like any other ordinary stuffs. They need to you know they need to courier the heat pump to their house, and then they have to pay the plumber for the installation charges, the plumber cost, the installation cost. So everything will be paid from their pocket without any discount. So initially, if any customer is purchasing from the market, it's going to cost them a lot. So initial high cost, but for the longer period of time, it's good in terms of their saving also. So and in extremely there are some suburbs, some areas in Victoria where the climate is very, very extremely cold during winters, but those areas we know that the heat pump will not work efficiently, and that's the reason we don't dial in those areas, extremely cold areas, and we don't offer them the heat pump. So anyway, this doesn't apply to us again. Right. So a few of the things that to keep in mind are, basic things to keep in mind to tell the customer that it's going to save them a lot of money in the long term. It's energy efficient, environmental friendly. Of course, you all are aware of it already, and it emits lesser greenhouse gas emissions comparing to the old, conventional or old hot water system. And they don't even need extra batteries or boosters. And the best thing is that a professional or a licensed plumber will be installing the heat pump for them. This is not applicable. I think that's pretty much it. This is another product under the VEU scheme. Some of the commercial lights, commercial LED lights that we did before, not required. Okay, so from what we understood, any questions so far?
Someone here again.
Okay.
Okay, my question is, actually no one is asking question, so it will be informative for them also. They might have this question in their mind, So we are using two heat pump. I mean, like compact in the sense is integrated one, and one split system. So are we providing both, or customer will be happy if they are getting compact one, integrated one? When some customer don't want the split system.
That decision we leave it up to the assessor when they visit the customer premises. But usually we ask that question, right? How many members are using the hot water system, or how many people are staying in the property? Because as per the guidelines, if we have to follow the guidelines, if there are two or less than two people staying in that property, we provide them 200 liters. That's more than sufficient for two people. And if that's the case, 200 liters comes in the split system. We don't have all-in-one system for 200 liters.
Compact one.
And if there are more than two people, like 3, 4, 5 people are there, we provide them 270 liters, and that tank size comes in the integrated one.
Compact, all okay.
Yeah. Now there are situations where um customer prefers the integrated one, even though there are only two people in the family or in the house. Some people prefer the integrated system because it doesn't consume a lot of space comparing to the split system. For
That's
the
true.
split,
That's true.
yeah, for the split system, we need more space because we have to install separately. We have to
Two
install
items.
the storage tank as well as the compressor, so it needs more space. So some customers, if they don't have enough space, they prefer to get the all-in-one system, even if they're just two people in the house and they're supposed to get 200 liters, which is the split system. So in such a scenario, we don't, as a lead generator, we don't um, uh, we don't give any commitment to the customer. We don't tell them that yes, we can give, we will not. We don't do that, because the assessor needs to assess the situation in person, and then only if the company agrees to give them the in the credit system, then the company decides actually. And for the company to decide on that, they need to they need to check with the assessor who are visiting in person.
Okay, it will be decided only after physical verification in the
Exactly.
premises.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if any customer precisely they ask you that we want the integrated system, we don't want the split system or whatever. See, customers, if when we talk about customers preferences, of course their preferences is the integrated system. That's their that's what they prefer. um so if any customer precisely tells you or asks you if they can get the all-in-one system or the integrated system, just tell them, all right, well, I have noted down your preference or your requirements. Our assessor will you know let you know which type of system or what type of systems, yeah, will be provided to you, when they visit your premises or when they come to have a discussion with you. So don't say no or yes. Don't tell them that no, we can't give you, or yes, we can give you. We will not make any commitments over the phone, but yes, acknowledge their concerns. Um, telling them that yes, I've noted down your requirements. This is what you require, and the information will be passed on to our assessors who will be visiting your property. They will let you know which system to provide you once they come and have a physical check on your existing system. So that's why we will just acknowledge and let them know that the assessor will let them know.
Sure, sure.
So
Noted.
this,
Noted.
yeah. Okay, so this is the, yeah, and like Suman, you have you said earlier about the brand. If any customer wants to know which brand we are offering for the hot water system, is the Emerald Energy brand. And some customer might even ask you, is it Chinese made, or um some customer specific. We sometimes we come across, I mean, we have come across such customers asking whether it's a Chinese brand or a local brand. So you guys can all Google it, Emerald Energy, in Google. You'll be able to find more information, but in short, it's a local brand, as in it's owned by an Australian, of course, because some people, they don't believe in Chinese brands or any, and some people prefers, of course, imported brands and as such. But most of the customers, they only trust if it's manufactured or owned by someone locally. So Emerald Energy is an Australian based company. It's an Australian based brand, if any customer wants to know. And yes, Emerald Energy is the brand that we are offering for the heat pump. This is the integrated system. This is how it looks exactly. Okay, this is what we offer to customer for the 270-liter tank.
So it is made in Australia. It's not made in China.
No, it's not Chinese brand. It's not Chinese made.
Big problem with Chinese brand.
Yeah.
Even now I am using Chinese. It's not Chinese brand, but made in China only. Like phone or laptop. Yeah, but that's good.
Right.
Sounds good. That sounds good. Made in Australia. We are
That's right.
promoting their own product.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
That's good.
now you might also come across customer who might tell you that, well, the company offered me a different brand, for the heat pump, but you're offering me Emerald Energy. Now we need to understand that not all the brands. See, there are different brands which was approved by the VEU, by the ESC, the Essential Service Commission, who looks after this entire campaign. There are some brands which are not approved. All right, so now I cannot tell you, which are all the brands that the VEU have approved, but the approved ones, some companies, some AP, some accredited providers might be, offering different brands like Media. Media also, they have heat pump along with air conditioner. They also have heat pumps. Media is also one of the brand which some AP used when it comes to heat pump. Emerald Energy, of course, is one of them, and there are also other brands that other, AP, other accredited providers might be offering to customers. So don't get surprised if you come across any customer who tells you that, well, I got a different brand offer from the other company. So just let them know that, as I'm sure you might have received a different brand, as long as it's approved by the Essential Service Commission, or as long as it's approved by under the VEU scheme, then yes, it works. It will work pretty much the same way. It will have almost the same features. The only difference is that it has it is of different brand, but the features will remain the same. It will be heat pump. It will have the heat pump technology, and it's energy saving product. Now these are some of the features as mentioned here in this brochure. It has high efficiency inverter technology, DC inverter technology, Wi-Fi enabled for connection to the Emerald app for smart control and easy troubleshooting. This is also one of the features recently added um, um, for this heat pump. So what they can do is, they can with the help of Wi-Fi, they can connect it to, they can download the Emerald app in their smartphone, and with the help of Wi-Fi connected to, it has options that they have settings options in the compressor. They can enable the Wi-Fi from the settings, and they can easily control the settings from the settings of the heat pump, like if they want to lower the temperature or if they want to turn it off, um, you know, the if they want to put it in sleep mode or whatever, they can easily control that through their smartphone by without moving from where they're sitting or where they are. Um, so this is one of the recent, but as per the last update, there has been some glitches, and it's not working accurately. But yes, this feature is also available in the heat pump. And yes, it has a silent mode option where the customer can put on silent mode if they want to. I mean, if they're sleeping and they don't want, because every appliances makes noise, even if it's not too loud. Like, I mean, when we run the washing machine, it produces sound. It has their own. If we turn on the refrigerator, it has its own sound, or air conditioner. So likewise, even heat pump also, even though the um noise, I mean the sound is not very high, it's not very loud, it still makes some noise to run the heat pump, right? But it has the option to put on silent mode, if they they want, I mean, if they want to sleep and they don't want the heat pump to be running and making sound. Holiday mode, different modes are available. If they're going on a holiday, they can put on the holiday mode, and or on a vacation, they don't want to use the heat pump. So these are some of the add-on features when it comes to the heat pump. And of course, the if we look at, I mean, if we recall the PPT, in the one of the slide, the integrated system, that was one of the old model of the heat pump. Now they have come up with a better design, looks better, stylish design, optional built-in electric heater as backup. Now warranty, now some customer might want to know, or you can always, you can also use this information proactively. That's not a problem. When you're talking about the heat pump, you can always let them know that it comes with 5 years warranty for the product and 2 years of labor warranty. So labor warranty in the sense that if the, let's say after the installation, the water is not getting heated properly, or maybe the cables, the wires are not connected properly, or it came off or something, right? um they can we can the company, whoever did the installation, the same company will send the plumber to the customer's premises, and they will fix it. So any kind of um, concerns which needs the plumber's presence, we will send the company will send the plumber to that location, to that customer, and fix it, as long as it's within warranty. So for labor warranty, it's for 2 years from the date the heat pump gets installed. And for the product in general, it comes with 5 years warranty. So this is also another information that you can provide to the customer. The heat pump, comes with a 5 years warranty for the product and 2 years labor warranty. All right. Now this is just wanted you guys to have a look at how the 270 liters all-in-one system looks like. This is the one, and how do I remove this? Oh, I knew it. I was about to click on that. I'm
Ma'am,
trying to click on it. Yeah, how do I remove this? Why it keeps on coming here?
ma'am, just stop sharing screen, that then it will be stopped.
Yeah,
Or you
I
just
mean, I'm trying to open the other tab, other screen, but this keeps coming in the picture. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, this is the all-in-one system. Okay, this is the Emerald Energy 200 liter split system. This is how it looks like. This is a compressor, and this is a storage tank. It has pretty much the same features, both the split system and integrated system. See, these are different ways to install the split system, especially if it's a split system. Um, the tank can be installed inside the premises. Let's say this is um, this is the inside premises, and this is the wall, and this is the outside. One way to install is especially for those premises or those houses, those customers premises where they don't have enough space outside. What we can do is we can install the tank, the storage tank inside, and because we need the exhaust fan. The exhaust fan is, I mean, the surrounding air is getting extracted from the exhaust fan. So most importantly, the compressor needs to be installed outside. But if we talk about the storage tank, we can put they can install the storage tank inside the premises also. That's not the problem, but the compressor should be installed outside in an open space. This is another way to install. The storage tank is inside. This is the wall. It's the inside premises, and this is the outside one. But they can install the compressor outside and the tank inside. This is also another way to install, or both the tank and compressor can be installed outside if they have enough space. So yeah, just a picture of how the Emerald Energy 200 liters, heat pump looks like. So this is the one we're offering the customer for 200 liters, and this is the 270 liters all-in-one system. The customer can save up to 80% on hot water costs on the electricity bills if they use heat pumps, and not the unlike the conventional or the old electric hot water system. Okay, any doubts to clarify?
Ma'am, can we know about the pricing, about the tanks, pricing that we have on screen? Is it correct or we have different price?
Okay, forget about the pricing. Just forget the price, whatever price are there, just forget everything. Because like I said before, you will not be telling the customer the price. This is how much it's going to cost you. You're not going to quote any price to the customer. You will only be qualifying the customer by asking those qualifying questions or qualifying criteria, like if they are the property owner or not, whether their household taxable income is less than $210,000 or more than that, whether their property value is less than or more than $3 million. Those questions, those qualifying questions, you will ask the customer. First, you need to identify what kind of system they have, right? If they have an eligible system, then you move on asking qualifying the questions. I mean, the customer with all those qualifying questions. And after confirming that, okay, this customer is qualified for the solar Victoria rebate program, or this customer is eligible to get the rebate or discount, then you move on to confirming the customer details like their names, address, phone number, email address, whatever is needed. Collect all the information and tell the customer that this upgrade is, as part of the rebate program, this upgrade is not for free. You will need to pay a certain amount. To discuss, regarding the charges and and more information in details, one of our backend support team will be calling you back, and they will also let you know when our assessor will be visiting you in person. That's the only thing you will be doing. You will just tell the customer that it's not free, notifying the customer that they need to pay something. It's not for free. That's all the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything that you need to do. That's it. If customer asks you what's the price, or what would be the amount that I need to pay, or what's the cost of it, let them know that, to discuss about that, to let you know about the pricing, and to discuss in detail, more detail about this information, or this campaign. One of our backend support department, or what sorry one of our backend support team will be calling you back to discuss in
Mm-hmm.
details, right? So that's the only thing you need to do. So don't bother yourself with how much it's going to cost them. uh, what is the price that I need to mention to the customer. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Okay, ma'am.
Any other questions or concerns?
I think all good, but the one it's not a it's a concern only, Like since sometimes it happens, like customer might be asking when your assessor will be visiting. Should I say to them that they will be calling you and fixing an appointment, or
Yes, exactly.
do I have answer for that? Like tomorrow afternoon, day after tomorrow
No, no,
afternoon,
no,
might be
no.
customer. No, okay.
Yeah, the you already have the answer to that. Yeah, you just have to let
All
the
right.
yeah, because they're we need to first check the assessor's schedule, like which areas, on which date, in which areas they'll be working, based on so we need to align with their schedules, and then only inform the customer, give them the specific date and time of the appointment. And of course we need to also check, because in each particular cluster, um, we need at least 5 to 6 appointments to send the assessor. So if we don't have that requirement, if we don't have enough appointments generated, we cannot send the assessor. So there are these things, you don't need to be bothered with all this, because the backend team will be the one, um, checking all this. And um, if more appointments are needed from the same areas or same clusters, you will be asked to continue dialing in the same area. So all these things, checking all the schedules, and fixing the appointment for the assessor, these things will be taken care of by the backend team. um, you just have to generate the leads. That's it. But yes, if any customer wants to know that, like you said, our backend supporting will call you, in advance or a day prior to the appointment, and they will let you know which date or what time the assessor will visit you.
And yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And we don't need to highlight about the 10%
Yes.
and
Yes.
those 90% which they have to pay. Do we need to highlight that, or we don't need to highlight
No.
that?
No. 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 Since we're not talking about the payment, no need to mention that as well. Okay. So initially,
Okay, thank you so much.
I'm going to make your work easier at the initial stage. Just generate, find potential customers, qualify the customers, and then pass on the lead details to the backend support team, and they will verify the leads and notify them about the pricings, what other things that need to be done, and they schedule the appointment for the assessment. That's what we will be following at the initial stage. And once everyone is confident about the product, and thorough with the product, then only we will make changes. But yes, initially those are the things that you will be doing. Okay.
Okay, ma'am,
So
thank you.
no worries. Any questions regarding hot water system, or in general, any questions that you guys have? Any more questions?
I have a small question, ma'am. Can I?
Go ahead. Yes.
I the question is, if a customer buy our hot water system then and there, okay. After the we go ahead with the script, there that air conditioner part, right? If the
Mm-hmm.
customer says that, okay, let's do one thing. Can I buy that air conditioner system, and I'm not going to buy that hot water system after he agreed that he will buy the hot water system. So we can change that information on that call.
Yeah, definitely. So it's like I think someone have mentioned it's cross-selling. You can always it's again like hot water system for the air conditioner also it's available for all the customers
Okay.
and as long as they have of course it's a replacement policy, right? So they should have existing system to upgrade to replace, right? So like the hot water system, customers should have an existing eligible hot water system and then we can replace it. If they don't have any the if they don't have hot water system, we cannot do a replacement because they don't have existing system. So likewise for the air conditioner, if customer have using heater, if they have heater, then yes, we can remove the heater and put in the air conditioner. That's what we're doing, right? So as
Okay.
long as customer have existing or eligible system, you can always offer um, the both the products to the same customer on the same call itself. Okay, so in fact
Understood.
that's what we are actually doing, and the same customer we are offering both the products. Now doesn't matter whether the customer have already agreed for the hot water system or customer doesn't want the hot water system, it doesn't matter. You can go ahead and offer the other product as well, the air conditioner as well.
Okay, and last but not the least, that
Mhm.
if a customer not eligible for the hot water system, but
Mhm.
he or she is eligible for the air conditioner, so we
Mhm.
can skip that hot water script part, and we can
Yes,
directly pitch him the air conditioner. Am I right or no?
exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you so much, ma'am.
No worries. Any other questions?
If nobody is having any questions, then I think we should ask them questions one by one. Then they'll start speaking. Otherwise, they won't speak.
Okay.
Either they know everything, either everything is clear or nothing is clear in this sense.
Yeah, it's just either either one or the other, nothing in between. I totally agree with that.
So it's very essential that we have a proper, clear understanding of what's going on here. Because if we don't understand the product, what we are going to deal with, we're going to have a lot of hurdles on the call. It's going to make our jobs very hectic. So it's very good that even it's a new product. We get to learn something new. That's something that you could think of. And besides that, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you for your job. So go ask questions. Don't think that your question might be a silly question. There is no silly question. Every question has an importance. You can also ask like who invented the hot water system, which might be a silly question, but there might be an answer there as well. Who was the inventor? So go on, guys. Moi, Muhammad, Rinku, Harry, Pooja, Vipin. Only Suman and Rinku are putting their voices in. The rest of you are all quiet, and even Rinku also is speaking less. while you're supposed to speak more.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, go ahead. Moi, Ahmad, Pooja, or else, we're going to ask you questions.
Okay, I have a question. Let me, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me speak, Rinku. Like, it might be your question also. I'm just adding on it. I think I did understand, but I just want to, clearly. Suppose a customer have a brand of water tank or heat pump, kind of water tank he's using. It's a Samsung one. Suppose, for example, I'm telling you, and he is very, very specific about his brand. For me, if I'm using some brand, like television, electronic one, I'm very specific on that brand because it might because that brand service is really good and quality of the product is very good. That really matters for me as a customer. So what if that customer insisted, no, I want this brand. You come and upgrade, but I want this brand. As I understood that it might like that brand is not included in a AP program, something like that. It might happen sometimes, but if customer insisted that rather than Emerald, if you want other brand, it's specific, but I want this brand, you please come with this brand. I'll be paying amount, whatever amount you told me, or whatever amount will be coming in, I'll be paying that. Some customers are value-oriented customers. They don't care about the money. They just care about the product and the service.
Brand.
What the brand, yeah. So what if customer is very specific of the brand? Is it like we can provide other brand as well? Or just we have to insist him, no, Emerald is the one, the best brand is made in Australia, something like that. We just when doing that one, or we'll just, let assessor also doing that job. Or it might, sometimes we might have a discussion about it with the customer as a lead generator.
Okay, so see, it's not something which don't happen or which we haven't come across. Definitely, it's not very often, but yes, we do get this kind of customers sometimes where they're very much specific with the brand, like Suman has mentioned. They are not bothered about the pricing. All right, so this kind of cases happens especially with the air conditioner. When it comes to the hot water system, as far as I recall, I don't think we have any customers who specifically wants a specific brand so far, if I remember correctly. But yes, with the air conditioner, there are few that we have recently. Also, we came across one customer who specifically wants a Mitsubishi brand and not media, not the one we are offering. So this situations are likely to happen, and you guys will also come across. Now, to answer to your question, like we have mentioned before, some brands are approved, and some are not approved. Now, we don't have the list of all the approved or disapproved brand names with us, but what we can do is if you come across any such customers, you keep the customer on hold in the sense that you let them know that you need to check with the company. You need to check uh, with your manager or whatever. Just tell the customer, let me check, let me confirm this with my manager because I'm not too sure if that would be possible or not. But yes, give me some time. I'll check and I'll get back to you. And then you let the customer go, and you will pass on that information. Um, you we will all be using Skype as the common platform for daily conversation or real-time conversation. So um, you will notify the same information to the backend team. So what they'll do is they'll go back to our AP and they will check with them if this brand, because if customer is specific about the brand, they will let you know the name of the brand, or then they will let you know the name of the company. So You will collect that information and pass it on to us, and we will check with our AP if that company or that brand is approved or not, first of all. And second thing is whether they are willing to provide that brand to the customer. Because what happens is, again, this is just a side information for all of you. What the AP does is they all these in bulks, right? Let's say if we talk about heat pump, they will order like 100 or 200 or 500 quantity of heat pumps in bulk, and they will keep it in their storage facility, and from there the installation will happen. So likewise, for the air conditioner also it works the same way. So being the installation company, they order in bulks. But if for single customer, for one customer, um they have to purchase only one system, and it involves a lot of cost, like just for one customer, just for one product, one heat pump or one air conditioner, they will have to pay for the shipping. They will have to purchase from the market price. So it becomes more expensive for the company. So with all this, considering all this, our AP will let us know whether it's possible for us to provide that brand to that customer or not. So once we get this, once we get the confirmation from our AP, we will let you know whether it's doable or not. And the same thing, you call back the customer and relay the message to the customer. So that's how it works. So if we also need to check the authenticity of the customers, or the willingness from the customers. And because some customers, even if they're specific on the brand, and what if the company ordered it and customer finally at the end customer said, well, I don't want to proceed with installation. What will they do with that one system? What will the AP do with that system, right? So only after we get confirmation from 100% confirmation from the customer that if we provide the brand, he will do the upgrade at any cost, then only the company will take action. Right. So there are so many, facts that we need to consider. There's so many situations. I mean, things that the AP, our company has to consider before they actually, confirms whether we can do or we can't do. Okay, so aside from that extra information, your part as a lead generator, what you need to do is, tell the customer, okay, so normally this is the brand that we are offering. I mean, we are providing to all our customers. But since you are specific about this brand, let me check with my manager if that can be possible or not, and I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. Is that okay? If customers say yes, let's do that, then you let the customer go that time and share the information with us, and yeah, we'll get back to you. You relay the same message to the customer. Any other questions from anyone for today? Whatever we have discussed so far.
Lasena, ma'am, this is Pooja. I
Yeah,
had
Pooja.
a question.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, first of all, yeah, we won't be speaking about the pricing for the coming few days, isn't it, ma'am, on the call?
Yeah. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, ma'am, on the call, what we'll be doing for the coming few days is we'll be only qualifying the customer. We won't be speaking about the price, isn't it, ma'am?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, this I wanted to know. Like this, how many days we will continue? Only the qualifying portions, isn't that?
Yes, that's right. Initially, only with the qualifying questions. Don't burden yourself with the pricing and everything at the initial stage.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, we'll take care, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, sure, no worries. All right, so I think, Bonnie, for today we will wind up the session for today. Tomorrow, if any of you wants to know more, or if any things, I mean, most the things from the things that we discussed today, if anyone has any doubts or questions to clarify, we'll do that first thing tomorrow in the morning. And when we do a recap of what we have discussed today, and before moving on to talking about other things. So if any of you have any questions, please note it down, and we will have a discussion tomorrow morning. And like I said before, since today was the first day, so we started off a bit late, but from tomorrow we'll start the training at 7 o'clock. I hope everyone is aware of the actual shift timing that we have to follow. So comparing to the actual shift timing, starting at 7 o'clock is, too convenient, to be honest. So we'll start off at 7 o'clock, and we wind up the session at 2 or 2:30, depending on the situation. But yeah, not later than 2:30, of course. So the session link will be the same, which has been shared to all of you today. To join in without delay, please, I'm requesting all of you to be on time. 7 o'clock we will start. Make sure that you try logging in. The meeting room will be open before 7 o'clock, so make sure that everyone tries to jump into the session before 7, to ensure that there are no delays like today, because I mean we can't rely on that there is always a technical problem, one or the other. So in order to avoid all this, let's try to be in the meeting room before 7 o'clock so that we can start at 7 without wasting much time. Right?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, you
Oh,
have recorded
Right, yes.
Okay.
entire.
yeah. Sorry, what was that?
Yeah,
Ringo, you were saying something? Okay.
go on, Rinko.
Yeah, Ringo, you were saying something?
Think about the recording. Can
Sorry,
you
I didn't get you. The recording session. Oh, okay.
yes,
Right. All the sessions are getting recorded, obviously. Once I get the recording, it will be forwarded to Bonnie. He will send it to all of you.
okay.
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 All right, cool. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you so much for your time today. We'll meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock sharp.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Surely,
thank
yes.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye everyone.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Bonnie, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, ma'am.